Hello, my name is Billy Mullins. This is a research topic on the problem of scale and how things get larger and more complex as they grow. There's seven major parts to the problem of scaling. This is uniquely important to the United States. For instance, um, the first major part is complexity of administration. As things get larger and more complex, they become more difficult to grow, or they become more difficult to administrate. When the United States was founded, we had one representative for every 30,000 citizens in the United States. At the time, of a small nation, this was very possible to do. In a nation of 330 to 340 million people now, this would be completely and totally unmanageable. It's a scale problem, so we lowered that back to 435. Resource allocation. In a nation of our scale, a large, powerful, industrialized Western nation, the amount of resources you have available to do certain things are limited. People may say, well, why is not every crime prosecuted? Why is not every shoplifter incarcerated? There is a problem of resources. For every crime you prosecute over here, you're taking away from resources that can be used in another direction. So you have to allocate these resources appropriately. Representation and accountability is another one, like we talked about. How are you going to have your interest and your needs appropriately represented in a nation of hundreds of millions of people? That's a problem of scale. Infrastructure and services. Again, it comes back to you do not have resources to do everything everywhere. In my area, we are having to consolidate high schools. There are 4 high schools. We do not have enough kids to run all 4 of them individually, so we're going to have to consolidate them together. Because of this, some people who live in the outer ranges of the county are going to be disenfranchised and have their kids will have long bus rides. But we do not have the resources. We do not have the infrastructure or services because I live in a rural area to accommodate everybody in every way. So when a decision is made, there are going to be people who are going to be left out because the infrastructure, the roads, the geography, the way the county lays with the mountains and stuff cannot accommodate everybody. It's a problem of scale. Policy implementation. How do you implement policy in a large and powerful nation? It's very difficult, and this is where local and state and regional administration comes into play. I work in a local school system. We're required to have 180 days of school a year. How we get those 180 days in is up to our local school board. Some school systems start after Labor Day, others start before. Some school systems go year round, some have a summer break. How you get these 180 days in, which may be mandated by state or federal authorities, is up to the local officials to work out in the best way for them. This is how you can make sure policy is being used on a very local level when administrating very large and powerful states such as the United States. Social cohesion is another aspect of this. Having a common language, common standards, common things that we believe, such as democracy or voting, those sorts of things, help keep a social cohesion together. One of the reasons that China has remained communist for so long is their social fabric and background is more of a communal nature. Therefore, communism isn't or the oppression of the state by communism isn't so difficult for them to take and understand. That's a cultural backdrop. Something like that would be very difficult, if not impossible, to work in the United States due to our individualistic history and nature. So, social cohesion is very important for a nation to maintain itself, especially a large one. And then the last part of this is going to be technology and innovation. Using technology to bring together various parts of a large and powerful nation are key, from whether it's older technology like the steam engine and things like that, and the railroad to connect the United States, or completely and totally modern technology such as what we're using today with the internet to bring together various people all across not just one nation but the world. These are the key aspects of and problems of scaling when you get larger and larger and larger systems of how do you keep these together. Thank you. Have a great day.